Welcome to this tutorial. This will walk our users through how to use our API. An API just stands for Application Programming Interface, which is just a fancy way of saying I'll let the computer do the work. So today we're going to be using our Explorer tab to download X amount of years of data. So we'll just try to get 10 or 20 years worth of data into CSV format. So if you're familiar in programming language, you have a pretty good programming background, this video is not for you. This is for users like me who don't really understand programming too well, but still want large amounts of data to use in Microsoft Excel or similar programs. So the first thing that we need to do is find the station that we want to collect data from. Today I'm going to go to Lake Chelan, Washington, and I'm going to pick on a raw station in that area. So we can zoom in to Lake Chelan, and we're going to go to Network, All Networks, refresh the map, and this will load a lot more stations that we can use. So Camp 4, right here. Just give it a few seconds to load. We're going to click on that, and then we're going to click on Additional Tabular and Graphical Displays. And that'll bring us to a page with a lot more information about the station. In here we can see what variables are being reported. This comes important if you wanted, temperature or fuel temperatures. A lot of stations don't have that. So it's okay. This station, Charlie Mike Foxtrot Whiskey 1, has fuel temperature. So what's really helpful is you go station information, and this just double check everything. You can see a picture of where the location is. You can see the station ID. So I'm going to write this down is Charlie Mike Foxtrot Whiskey 1. We can see who owns the station and manage it, so the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management. And we can also get some more location information and additional station information here. We can see first data installed. And this is important because we can see how far back we can go. So right now it looks like we can go back to 2005. So write that down. 2005. May 12th. Okay, cool. So we can go back, what's it, 18 years? Awesome. So there's also this view here. You can click on this link, and this will bring you to this kind of page, or has the same data, different format. That's cool, but important thing here is station ID and when was the data first into our system. So awesome. Now there's a few options you can use when you want to download this data. You can click on this link to download data. And you can sign up for an account on this link right here. And I'll just sign in really quick because I can. And you can download 18 years worth of data. You can do this 180 times. You can click on this, download by year and months, and go, okay, year, March. But that, to me, that's effort. So there's an easier way to do that, and this is how. We're going to go to our synopticlabs.org, and we're going to click on this link. Go to the API link. The first step that we need to do is get a key. So click on Get Your Key, and this will bring you to this page. Fill out this information for non-commercial use. You can, type this in. We're not going to sell information. We just want to know who's using our data for what. When you sign up for here, you'll get a key, and then you can start using our Explorer feature. So here, this page, when I first saw it, was a little intimidating. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll walk you through it, and hopefully at the end of this video, it's not that confusing. And again, we want 10 years or 20 years or however many years of data in a CSV format. How do we go about doing that? So here we have blue. This tells you what this command does. And here you're going to see your API address. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to add in arguments into this link, and we're going to hit execute. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to hit this service. So take the API key you received in your email, you're going to paste that right here. So I got one already. I put it in Microsoft Excel. I'm going to copy and paste that link into this guy right here. And this will automatically fill in. See how this URL changed? Awesome. So then I'm going to go up and we're going to go to time series. Time series is the feature that we want to use because that's going to give us the data in the years we want. So we're going to click on station time series. And notice up here, go back. So, sorry, put your token in again. So you should see a change. The start end time. So we're gonna go, I don't want to take forever on my computer to load the data, so I'm just gonna go back 1 year. So I'm gonna go 2016, and we'll just go 12, we'll do, 01 and 12 Zulu. Time is in Zulu. If you don't know what that is, Google it, come back to us, see if I got that right. 2016, 12, 01. Classic always add too many zeros. Then we're going to go to 2018, January 1st at 12 Zulu. And you can leave all these other things blank. You could read these if you want and mess with them, but for now, we're just going to get the data CSV format. So you can go output. You can hit CSV here. That'll get you what you want. And the station ID was Charlie, Mike, Foxtrot, Whiskey 1. Now we can leave all these other blank. You could put US and Washington in here if you wanted. We don't have to. There's something else. If you wanted the data in English or metric units, you could. English will be standard, but we'll do metric because we can. And then we'll go back down here. All those need to be blank, and you can just hit execute, and this will get a response of 200 OK. And of course, we returned too much data to display here. So this is what's cool is you can get this link. So go from right here, this HTTPS. Don't select get, but this whole URL you can just highlight. You can copy, open a new browser, hit paste, and you hit enter. Now it's going to display the data in the CSV format. So you can see, wow, that's a lot of data. What do I do with it now? It's not really in any format we can use. We can just right-click. We can save as, and we'll go to desktop, and I'm going to save it as test. And you'll see here, test. Now, how do we open this? Open up Microsoft Excel or a similar program. I think, if you're using Linux, you have Libre. If you're using a Mac, you have whatever you had to do to get Mac. So open up a blank workbook. Okay, sweet. We got a blank workbook here. We're going to File, Open, and we're going to go to where our folder is. So let's go to Desktop. We'll go to All Files to display all files. We're going to see test somewhere in here. So make sure all files is selected, and you're going to hit test. And this is where it gets kind of confusing. You're going to have an import wizard automatically pop up. If it doesn't, you can go to data and you can find this. So you want to select delimited, and that you just want that you want to select that, and we won't go into too much detail on why. And then we're going to hit next, and we're going to find comma and unselect tabs. So select comma, and that should give us a really nice format here. So go hit next, and then general, that's what you want, and then finish. And we should see the data pop up in a nice format. If you didn't do this step, you're going to get some really twisted things you don't want to mess with. But now we can see that we have everything from 2016 all the way down to 2018 that we can use in Microsoft Excel. Awesome, we did it. If you didn't want to do that step, there's also another feature where we could go to www.jsoncsv.com. And we're not affiliated with with this website. I just Googled JSON to CSV converter, and I was, boom, here I am. And for anything else, we could, if you had a JSON link, if this output here, where is it? This output said JSON. We could now hit enter, and it should give us a data right here, which it looks like it's doing. It's just going to take a while to do. So you could do this as well. You can mess around with this website and play with that. So if you had, let's say you wanted to get, precipitation over time, time series is the only one that does CSV automatically. You'll notice if we click on precipitation and we go to output, we'll not have CSV, just JSON XML. So if you wanted to do just precip, you could go to this link, click that link in there, and you could get the data, and then you could just download the file. Since our file is larger than 1 megabyte, we'd have to, upgrade to Pro version, but you could if you want to manipulate this a bit to get it to 1 megabyte, and just do that a couple of times. So that's how you download data in CSV format. Let us know if this video is helpful, and enjoy.